Howdy, how are y'all doing today? What I wanted to talk about was a little further deep dive into NFTs and how you should look at NFTs and how you should start using them and basing your thoughts on them fundamentally. So what is an NFT? As we talked about earlier, an NFT is a non-fungible token. Now, a non-fungible token is a digital collectible coded with a certificate of authenticity and royalty payments of creators. Now, these royalty payments can be anywhere from 1% to 10%, right? It can be whatever they want. Now, it's a one-of-one digital transaction that cannot be replaced by another. So, as we talked about in the previous video, these are the wallets you could use for Web3 and these online blockchain wallets with different mainnets. You have MetaMask right here, which is strictly for Ethereum, and then you have Phantom right here, which is strictly for Solana. Let's go down to the payment protocols. The payment protocols, as you can see right here, just to use an example and help you all understand what it is a little bit more. Protocols is the technology for payments and verification of authenticity. So Ethereum, ERC-720, ERC-115, or Solana. Now, the top two forms of payments in the, NFT verse as of right now would definitely be Ethereum and Solana. Now, that project head can decide whichever they want to use. Both protocols, Ethereum and Solana, which are the top protocols used for NFTs, both complete the contract between the creator and buyer. Now, it's giving the technology for payments and verifications of authenticity over the internet, right? You're able to own the IP in comparison to Bitcoin, where you can only make payments. Now, as we can see, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the interface for a platform is crucial. I like Apple. Everyone has an Apple iPhone. And Apple does a great job in being really, really sophisticated in the simplicity to offer an intuitive but yet in-depth interface. Now, to markets for buying and selling the secondaries, this includes OpenSea, Mintables, Rareable, and Super Rare. All three of these websites are great. OpenSea is for Polygon and Ethereum. Most of these are for Ethereum, and then you can look at Solana Art, which is not on here, but it's called Solana Art for Solar Protocol. So now, how do you people market NFTs and what are they marketing them for? How do they market them? How do they reach such a high level of adoption? Well, to put it simply, they're spending a ton of money to get influencers and singers and politicians and sports figures and heads of companies and creating a strong utility behind them while trying to promote a higher level of adoption, right? This is one of the major components of creating an NFT. And so, as we know that, we're not going to do a really deep dive into that because we can do a whole video about that. We're going to do why an NFT and why one in the collection could cost more than the other. So, as you can see here, NFT drop usually consists of 1 to 100,000 NFTs in the item drop. Just the name NFT insinuates there is not one of the same NFT in that drop. You could have hundreds of different characteristics combined with the NFTs. And then I explained below, let me scroll down a little, you can see the Humanoids. This was a humanoid collection. I believe it was dropped 3 months ago. I minted this one a while back and sold it for like 1.5 or 1.1, somewhere around there. But humanoids were very popular because they implemented a 4K rendering if you minted them, and they were one of the first 3D designed NFTs. And the creativity innovation behind these NFTs propelled that floor to 1.5, from the simplicity aspect of it to the way they looked, to the 4K rendering, to the team, to the marketing, to the Islandoids, to a whole bunch of different things. So, as we can see now, the absence or presence of 7 rarities helps each individual price. Now I can zoom in right here if I actually go, can't look at OBS, but if I'm on here, you can see dark blue, purple, green eyes, bandana, dreads whites, and duct tape. Now, duct tape and ape. As you can see, the dread whites have 2%, which means 2% of this NFT project has this white hair, right? And through that white hair, you have the duct tape, which is 7%, bandana, which is 5%. So there were 10,000 of these dropped, I believe, and out of the 10,000, if you have a 2% like the dread white, you will have 10,000. And then 2% have these properties, so 200 out of the 10,000 have the white dreadlocks, creating it into a higher value for that NFT inside that project. Now you can break it down even more. Let's say you have the ape. Now the ape, it was apes or humans, I believe. The apes have 22%. So out of the apes that have 22%, how many have dread whites, right? So figure out how many humans have dread whites and then come to the apes. So that 2% would actually be lower. Bada bing, bada boom. Now what are NFTs and the different types of NFTs? So before we get into this little section right here, I want to explain this. An NFT doesn't mean it has to have necessarily value behind it. It just means that it's a one-of-one collectible. Collectible doesn't have to mean value. It could be your birth certificate, it could be a contract, it could be your 2-week notice, it could be anything. Now in my opinion, everything will be an NFT soon. Contracts, birth certificates, marriage certificates, stuff for the government that's going to give you some contracts or a whole bunch of nonsense work contracts, they will all be NFT. Now remember, if you want to put it in layman's terms, all it is ownership over the internet and certificate of authenticity, meaning you own it, this person gets it. You can go back, check the log and see who owns it, and it's not a question, it's this person owns it over the internet, this person is the owner. So it's going to be a lot easier than just having a bunch of pieces of papers and files everywhere. You can actually verify that this is yours from the certificate of authenticity. So the creators of NFTs are diverse. Hundreds of big influencers and sports figures, artists, musicians, and people who even own digital real estate. Like example would be Decentraland and games like Roblox, where you can buy digital real estate, cars, planes, and other assets, are powered by Ethereum in order for you to customize your avatar, your NFT. Now you and your friends can come play together and interact in any way you can imagine. Video games, digital card games, F1 racing, and even games like Brawl Stars, which are being integrated into a game called Fate and Arena, which is the exact same thing, where you can play to earn, which means you can play and keep playing and earn their token, and then turn that token into Ethereum, and then turn that Ethereum into cash. So, as you can see there, those are the different types of NFTs. You can have sports figures, music, you can have artists, and then another big thing which I wanted to talk about was the ability to use music as an NFT. Now, Tory Lanez a while back had about 10,000 of his NFTs dropped. I believe they were like $10 each, $50 each. Through that, he made like $500K to $1 million off that. Now you can sell each of these NFTs for about, I think, $1,000, right? So usually in the music community, you need a big producer or a big company to back you. But now, if you have a big enough following, you can be like, hey, I'm giving out these NFTs, it's my music, only y'all will have them. Help me and help me get to the next level. So they'll come out with these NFTs. These people who buy these NFTs can then resell them for their own worth and to help out the artist, because the artist is getting a royalty from it. And so it just works great with everyone. Now, just to have some simple layman terms and NFTs that I was using, OpenSea in reality is the eBay of NFTs. Protocols is the technology for payments and verification of authenticity. Creators can consist of you, me, blah, 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 James, artists, sports figures, influencers, coders, musicians, and programmers, a whole bunch of nonsense. Now, an NFT is a digital collectible coded with certificate of authenticity and royalty for creators. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to do a little deep dive, which is going to happen in the next 20 seconds here, about how to use OpenSea, the eBay of NFTs. And so here we start out with, I'll just go to the front page. If you want to press stats, you press on stats and press ranking. These are going to be the top, I think it's 100 NFT projects that are out right now. As you can see, Adidas, they had a floor price of 0.2 when they minted, now it's 0.7. CloneX, I believe it was 0.2 as well. CryptoPunks, everyone knows what CryptoPunks are. You can't buy one for less than 300,000. Bored Ape Yacht Club, you can do that math right there. 50, it's like almost $200,000, I believe. $208,000. If you want to buy one for the floor, you have the 24-hour price. It's up 50%, 7 days, down 29%. This is the floor price, meaning these are the lowest price you can buy the project at right now. As you can see here, there's one item in the group, and there's 20,000.4K owners. As you can see here, you have CloneX when there's 18,000 items and pretty much 7K owners, so you would have about, there's like 2.5 items for each owner. So we can go ahead and click on one. I'll just scroll down and find one real quick that's not super expensive. We can do the Psychedelics Anonymous Genesis, or Psychedelics Anonymous Genesis. I can't talk. I haven't seen this project yet, I have no idea what it is, but if we're going to use a little deep dive, you can see. Go ahead and figure out what it is, do your little research on it, blah, blah, blah. Now, this one would be there's going to be some utility behind this, as you can see. So you get merchandise, you get wearables, support service, and accelerated access, VIP metaverse areas, VIP areas in your life, future staking, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, when you find something like this, it's a good thing to look at because most NFTs have no utility behind them, and you want utility behind the NFT. So to break it down even further, we talked about items, owners, floor price, and volume traded. Now there's 1.1 Ethereum volume traded, so that means there's 1,200 volume traded throughout the whole time this project has been around. Now, if you want to find the lowest price one, you're gonna press buy now, right? And as we can see here, there are 890 items available to buy out of the 7,000 items. So it's a pretty good ratio. Press buy now. They're gonna load, press on one, you're gonna buy it, blah, blah, blah. If you wanna see if anyone's bought this before, you can just scroll down and double check right here. You can see they were minted for 0.3. Someone listed it at 0.4 and he got the sale at 0.48. Okay, so you can see who minted it, the offer, the list, and the transfer right here. So he minted it at 0.3 and then he sold it at 0.48, which is, don't know why he would do that, but yeah, that's how you need to look at it. As you can see, the average price, there's only been one sale like we just brought up, 41 views. And if you always go look at people's accounts, if you want, just scroll down here, see what they're owning, see if it's some monkey, I don't know, but does it even have anything good? No, everything's boring in here, but yeah, that's pretty much how you use OpenSea. Type in whatever collection you want. Make sure you type it in correctly as well because you don't want to get scammed. As you can see, the humanoids are not verified yet. You can tell it's them because of those 10,000 items. I don't know why they're not verified, but you want to jump on here. You see 0.29, 11K volume traded. This might not be a bad buy right now. 10,000 items and 5.2K owners. You can get their Twitter right here, a whole bunch of them. As you can see, buy now. We have 2,400 items to buy. It's not very good, but 2,400 items to buy. People are trying to get rid of them off the shelf. Let's see how many people have been buying. 32 minutes ago, an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago. So okay. As you can see right here, look at that. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. So it's a bunch of solid buys actually. I don't know why it's 0.29 right now, but these are all solid buys and these are all people who are making money off their flips. And so if you want to get into it, leave a comment, leave a like, have some fun with it. Let me know what you want to do. A whole bunch of stuff. If you want to join a call together, do a video together. This is a crappy NFT I've had for a while that I sold. I like to keep pictures of all of them just so I can remember, hey, I got this one, a whole bunch of nonsense. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Have a good time, have a good day, have a good Christmas. Bye-bye.